I spent 5 years learning it was WXYZ. I was wrong. It's WYXC. Yay, radio!
Hey, this is Mary Elizabeth.
And Will. Louie, come back here.
Anyway, while Will chases Louie down, I want to talk to you about Louie's Cafe. We're located in the Goodwill Shopping Center, right across from the hospital on Highway 41. We're open from 6:30 to 2, Monday through Friday, and we offer a full breakfast Saturday mornings.
Here, you hold him. We have fresh sandwiches, delicious salads, and the best coffee in town. With our indoor and outdoor seating, drive-through, call-ahead ordering, and a full line of catering, we make it easy to fit breakfast or lunch into your schedule. We may not be the best thing since sliced bread, but we are the best thing on it. Come see us at Louie's Cafe.
Gather around your radios, my friends, and listen. For too long, we have spent our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse, looking for the right kind of light bulbs, searching for an air filter that actually fits. No more. We will go to Ace. Get help from people who know their stuff. Get it the second we walk in, and do it all before our second cup of coffee. My friends, it's time to get your weekend back.
Come see us at 924 West Avenue, Cartersville. Ace, the helpful place.
Power outages can hit without warning, but a Honda generator can help keep the lights on. You'll never be left in the dark with these lightweight, efficient units that are powered by rugged Honda engines. Let an economical, portable Honda generator brighten your life, whether it's for recreational use or a source of standby power. Put the power of a Honda generator to work for you and take charge of any situation.
Come see us at Red Top Mower at www.redtopmower.com or 770-966-7779. We're located 8 miles south of Main Street on Highway 41.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Good evening. Welcome to the Bartow Sports Showcase on News Talk AM 1270 WYXC. This is John Underwood. I've got Will Sprague in the studio with me tonight. What's going on, Will?
Huh? Oh. Trying to get my stinking internet to work.
I hate it.
Diagnose problem. I'll diagnose you out the window.
Oh, no. Well, don't throw it through the big window. I mean, there's a window behind you.
All right, I'll throw it out that
Throw it out that window.
Less to fix.
Yeah, pretty much. Less caulking, duct tape, plastic, you know.
Duct tape.
Duct tape.
Buzzard feathers.
I just stick Tommy in the window. Just, Tommy, this is your job. You just sit right there.
You lift up from the inside, I'll pull them out from the outside.
Okay.
Moving on.
Getting to some local sports going around here in the county. The Woodland Wildcats basketball team is 16-0. They are just tearing it up this year.
That's awesome.
And they have finally been ranked in the state. They're 7th in the state. There's only one other team ranked in the top 10 that's undefeated.
Yeah.
But they're having a great year. Coach Mike Tobin and the boys out there at Woodland are having a great year over there at Woodland playing basketball this year. And, you know, they've got a big game against Chattahoochee coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks, and that's going to be a huge game for them. Chattahoochee's ranked in the state. They're not undefeated, but
they've played some pretty ranked teams.
They've played some pretty big teams, and that'll be a good test.
It's going to be a good test for them to see how the rest of the season's going to go for them. That's going to be either their launch point or their point to look back and say, all right, that's this from here on. Yeah,
and you know Woodland's got in the region. Woodland's got. Hey, you got it.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
punching the computer.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you was all sorts of excited. My bad.
No, I was hitting it.
Woodland's got a big game. I believe it's tonight, I think it's tomorrow night. Yes, tomorrow night against Creekview. Creekview right now is sitting atop the 7 Quad A region in basketball for the boys, and they've got Creekview, and then on the 28th of this month is when they've got that big game against Chattahoochee. So they've got 2 big tests coming up, and we'll see how all that goes. See how how the team really will be able to play under pressure.
I'm pulling for Woodland. I hope Woodland takes it all the way this year. I'd love to see a local team. I love seeing local teams in state tournaments. It's just, it's exciting.
Yeah, and, we've also got the Cartersville girls team. They're ranked 6th in the state. They're 11-3 on the season. They're playing great basketball right now. The boys team has actually turned it up and has started to play some really good basketball here of lately. And, the girls took it, I think, all the way to about the 3rd round last year in the state basketball playoffs. So they're looking to repeat on that and go even further this year. And, you mentioned how you liked having or liked seeing local teams in state tournaments. We've got 3 in one tournament. We've got 3 teams from Bartow County in the state wrestling tournament.
Yeah. Who'd have thought that Bartow County is a wrestling capital of Georgia? Apparently.
And Cartersville just missed it. Just barely missed making it. That would have been every team in the county in the state duels. And Cass and Woodland have wrestled for the finals in the county duels. They wrestled in the finals for the winner of the finals and the runner-up in the county duels and in the area duels. And from the way everything's looking, they're going to end up wrestling for state championship and runner-up. And it's possible that could happen. And then the Daresville they got in, but they had to get through some tough teams. Rockmart's always got a good wrestling team, and Calhoun. They made it through both of them.
Calhoun's got a history of good wrestling.
Yeah, they've always had a really good wrestling program up there.
We got a lot of corn-fed boys around here.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of corn-fed boys
Biscuits and gravy every morning. Of course, I guess when you're kind of cut weight for wrestling, it's rice cakes and hummus.
No, not even that.
Not even hummus. I know it's rice cakes.
You get 1 saltine cracker and a cup of water, and that's it.
Get that.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I never wrestled.
I did.
I got to have my fattening food.
I fortunately never had to cut weight. I did drop a weight class one time. I was only a pound higher than the weight class. And the morning of it was the region wrestling tournament, I dropped a weight class.
Night sweats.
No. I had my sweatsuit on, and I just ran around the gym for about 2 hours. Every time I'd go by a trash can, I spit in the trash can. I dropped about a pound of water weight, went and weighed in, and made it into the weight class.
And then whipped everybody mercilessly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I placed 3rd. I messed up in a match. I rolled the wrong way, and the guy got me. But I ended up placing 3rd in the tournament, and whereas the weight class I was in is a lot tougher weight class, and I was glad I did that.
See, I never, and one of the reasons I never wrestled, too, is because my weight class is the guys that had the little, the foam thong thing on. I had to pull my hair back in a ponytail and slap your leg and stomp your foot on the ground and sumo! And then throw salt, and then, it was been rough. Everybody's probably thinking I'm like 500 pounds.
They probably are.
I'm not.
I would have liked to have seen that.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Have you ever seen the two guys in the heaviest weight class wrestle? It is one of the funniest things to ever see.
In, like, high school? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, it is.
There was a guy in my high school that was like 6'5", 6'6", about 275 pounds. Why are you wrestling? And then he gets up against a guy that's like 6'5".
About the same size.
It looked like 2 big oak trees falling against each other and this wall rolling around on the ground. It was quite entertaining.
We had a guy that was about 5'10", about 300, and he, about 10 seconds into the match, both of them are just winded. They're done. They're just leaned up against each other. First one to fall loses. Is pretty much how it went. Well, we want to know what you think about all this. If you
got a good funny wrestling story, we'd love to hear the wrestling stories.
Give us a call, 770-382-1270. We want to hear what you guys say. Comment on the basketball, the wrestling. We've got baseball coming up here at the end of February. We're going to have some great teams out of Bartow County in baseball. Daresville's going to look good. Cartersville's definitely look good. I know Cass and Woodland usually has a pretty good team, so it's going to be a good competitive year in baseball around here. So, give us a call, 770-382-1270, and just if you've got someone on the team, let us know. We'll keep an eye out for him, and let us know what position he plays, and
give us the insider information.
That's right. And I've got to call this lady next week, but Colin Barber, the kicker, the punter from Cartersville that signed with the University of Georgia, we're going to try to get him on the show next week. And
I'm going to try to get him to kick Grady in the pool.
No, we've got plans for Grady in the pool. Gun. Well, that'll work. Bring it to.
It'll be cold.
Oh God!
Even better when he gets out of the pool.
Oh no! Yeah, we've got plans for him before. You can shoot him back into the pool.
Okay,
that'll work.
That's my job. That's my job.
And I've got an update. If you haven't had a chance to go by Ace Hardware on West Avenue, go by and see them. They're one of our great sponsors for the show. They're doing a raffle for a Eden Pure Generation 3 heater. It heats 1,000 square feet. Go out and see them. They're selling raffle tickets for $1. They're giving away, some propane as well, and a small propane accessories. Bobby. And go out and see them. Buy a ticket. All the proceeds for this is going to the Polar Duck Plunge that's being put on by Georgia Power. That is going to help out the Advocates for Bartow Children's Shelter. I went by there today. They have sold, in less than a week, 109 tickets.
That's awesome.
They are really, really pushing this for us, and they're doing a great job. So go out and see them. And if you need a go-kart helmet, a lawnmower, go see our friends down at Red Top Mower. They're 8 miles south of Main Street on Highway 41 on the left.
Yeah, if you instead of going to McDonald's right there and get some off the $1 menu, just keep on driving past it, take a ride in the Ace there.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sacrifice one day.
That's right.
Put a little money towards charity.
That's right.
Maybe get you a heater.
Yeah, maybe get you a heater. And, the folk, Miss Patty and Ron Lovelace of Red Top Mower, we actually had our winner for the generator for the college bowl pick'em contest, Eddie Jenkins. Eddie met us down there, met his wife, and he got the generator. And
Eddie, if the power goes out from the snowstorm coming to your house, I don't know how warm 2,000 watts is going to keep us all, but we're going to try.
Hey, talking to them, that 2,000 watts will run a lot.
Did you stick your finger in it?
No.
Okay.
Tommy did.
Tommy
did. In all reality, we could almost run transmitter, all the computers, the satellite receivers, everything on that 2,000 watt generator.
That's awesome.
I mean, they're a good little thing. There's a good little generator. They're real quiet.
I bet you Red Top Mowers got some of those for sale too, just in case you need one for the snowy season.
That's right, they do. They've got.
How do you get so diverted off sports?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I got talking about a heater, and then we went to a generator. Getting back to sports, I know there's a lot of people out there that are University of Georgia fans, some that aren't, but if you're a football fan, a college football fan, this will excite you. Everybody in the coming up senior class from University of Georgia, with the exception of Orson Charles, the tight end, has said that they're coming back to play their senior season. Every one of them. And there was a press conference today with Coach Rick and all the seniors, including a couple juniors, saying, yes, we are coming back. We want to play. We want to finish playing our college career out before we go on to the next level.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, and that's exciting.
That's really exciting.
Not just for University of Georgia, but for college football in itself, because you see so many of the underclassmen, the juniors, even if you can get lucky enough as a sophomore to go on to the NFL early, they do. But with this new salary cap and with some of the guys that already have committed to go to the NFL, I've seen a lot of players that I would have figured would go ahead and come back.
Yeah. Well, Orson Charles, he was a little bit upset, I think, after the game, not getting any balls thrown to him, and and hopefully he'll do well on the next level. We'll see what happens. I don't know where he stands on the draft, but hopefully he'll fare well. But that's exciting news for Georgia fans and for SEC. I'm all SEC. I love the SEC. I want to see the SEC succeed, of course, by Georgia. But
Oh yeah.
But I was seeing two SEC teams play the national championship just made my day.
Oh yeah. I mean, and we'll get to that game. We're going to talk about that game in a minute. Yay. But if you want to comment on something, you've got something you want to let us know about with regards to college football, SEC football, basketball, anything like that, give us a call, 770-382-1270. I do want to give a shout out if he might be listening tonight. It's a gentleman that I've met that runs a fan page on Facebook that we're going to start supporting each other. He's going to help support the show and my page, and I'm going to do the same thing for him because he gets a lot of information from University of Georgia and just college recruiting, stuff like that. Mr. Kevin Weekly, he lives in Watkinsville. He went to University of Georgia, graduated a year before I was ever born, so but he gets some great information. Go check his page out. It's Georgia fans who support Coach Mark Richt. It's a great page. He gets a lot of good information.
Can you spell that?
No. Google it.
That's a name longer than mayonnaise right there.
There's spaces. It's not all one word.
How can be spaces as a URL?
What?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I just got into my technical doublespeak and it didn't work.
Oh Lord.
There's some. This is kind of segueing off of that. But aren't there some coaching changes that are coming up? Some new hires for some coaching, like maybe the defensive coordinator for the Falcons heading to Auburn.
Yes, I didn't want to talk about it, but I guess you brought it up.
Hey, it's news. It
is. It's upsetting to me. Coach. Oh crap! I can't remember his name now.
That's an interesting last name.
His name is just.
It's okay. We know who you're talking about.
Former defensive coordinator from University of Georgia who left, went to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then come back to college for a little while, and then went to the Falcons as their defensive coordinator, is leaving the Atlanta Falcons and going to coach defense at the University of Auburn. Might not seem like a big deal to some people, but if you remember Georgia when they won their SEC championships in 02 and 05, that is when he was there. So we all know how good of a coach he is. The Falcons have had some great defenses for the last couple of years, all because of him. He's got a great defensive mind, and it's just it's a little upsetting to me to see a former dog go to another SEC school, just like just like anybody that has.
Yeah. Well, it's bringing a strong coach to the SEC again.
Yeah. I mean,
SEC, but it's bringing guys bringing a pro style defense back into bringing it into a college football program. It would be a lot of fun. But that's the way things seem to be going. College, some of the best coaches in the NFL seem to think college is the better place to go. I guess maybe the money's getting there. I don't know.
If not the money, just the excitement. I mean, there's a lot of hype going around about the Packers and Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees breaking Dan Marino's record in the NFL and this and that. But it's the NFL. They get paid a lot of money to play.
Yep.
Whereas in college, you get paid to go to school. They help you out with a scholarship to go to school, and you get to play football because you want to.
Yeah, and that's why I'm a more draw to college football than to professional football, is because those guys don't play. They lose their scholarship.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't perform, you're out of there, brother.
I mean, I've had it happen to me. Watch a college football game and it not go the way you want it to, and it'll ruin my day. It will. I love
I've
college
seen him
football.
in this state.
You have. You have. Yeah. I mean, it'll ruin my day. I mean, not that bad, but it's still it's.
I know.
I get so into it that it's not that much fun to watch sometimes. I throw things.
Yeah. Well, there's another team that we're not so fond of, but your lady is fond of.
My wife, Brandy, is a huge Tennessee Volunteers fan, and the Tennessee Volunteer coaching staff got a big pickup today. The Vols defense got Sal Sunseri from the University of Alabama. He was the assistant head coach and linebackers coach. He will be the defensive coordinator at the University of Tennessee next year. That is a big pickup for Derek Dooley.
He needs some help, too.
He does. He needs some help. He's doing a good job.
Yeah.
But he needs some coaches that will help him in keeping these kids straight and getting them on the right line with what the program's trying to do. And that, here in the next couple of years, you might see Tennessee coming back up. So, but we've got a caller. Caller, you're on the Bartow Sports Showcase. Who's this?
What's going on there, brother?
Not much. How's it going?
Listen, as far as Tennessee goes, they need some sticky gloves so they can pull the flags off the other team.
Yeah, Tennessee's they've got a few problems, but you know, Derek Dooley's a good guy. He's a good coach, and I really think he's trying to work some of them things out.
Hey, I heard that Nash Nance was transferring to Harvard.
I haven't
heard that yet, but may be breaking in the next 12 or 48 hours.
I'll look into that and see what I can find out.
Well, that'll give Derek Dooley another scholarship because he was the giveaway to get the Rogers kid up there anyway.
Yeah.
Derek Dooley's got a lot of digging to do. He's got to dig through the Lane Kiffin sewer treatment plant that he got left up there.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of respect for
Kiffin,
Derek.
if he ever came back to Tennessee, he may not come out. I don't
Probably
know.
not.
He probably won't. I mean,
it'd be like a scene from Fried Green Tomatoes. It'd be in the barbecue.
Yeah. I mean, he was the coach that followed Philip Fulmer. You never want to follow a legendary coach anywhere.
Philip Fulmer was the worst coach the SEC's ever had. Great recruiter.
Yeah, he was a great
recruiter. Couldn't coach his way out of a paper bag.
Not even a wet one.
I don't know. Maybe a wet napkin.
Wet napkin. Yeah, Philip Fulmer.
Fantastic recruiter. But you've got Peyton Manning. And he loses the Heisman for Peyton Manning to a defensive back.
Yeah. I was never a fan of Philip Fulmer. I was a fan because he, lost to Georgia a lot, but I wasn't a fan of him. But yeah, he definitely was a recruiting. So he's a likable guy.
Yeah,
he's got a great personality.
Didn't say he's not a good guy. Go have an adult beverage with him, but just terrible coach.
Yeah,
just god awful.
Well, I think Derek Dooley's going to do a good job of rounding the program out, if that sounds right. He's going to balance the program. I think he seems like he's got a real level head. He's patient this year. I mean, he had a brutal season.
I mean, good grief. I mean, freshman, sophomore, everywhere.
Yeah, he had a brutal season, no recruiting, and he's still high spirits. He knows. I mean, I'm sure his dad's helping him out, but he knows I got some work to do. And I'm not going to expect, Rome wasn't built in a day. This Rome's in shambles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Lane Kiffin left covered bare.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And brought in Thug.
Yep, absolutely. And then he got, they took out the USC, and then, he went down with his thugs out there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he went down with the Pete Carroll stuff out there, so, it kind of serves him right a little bit.
Yeah.
I hate that for him. I really do.
I don't.
They're saying the UFC is going to challenge for the national championship next year.
They say that every year. They can't even win their own conference.
Who do they play?
Well,
I know.
They've got to be able to go to a bowl game first. I mean,
early preseason. I just saw preseason top 25, and they've got USC ranked 2.
Yeah, USC is always ranked in the top 5. And it's like,
they don't play anybody.
Yeah, they're
like Ohio State.
Oh, they play Oregon?
They play one top 25 team the entire season.
What did LSU do to Oregon?
Yeah, I know. It was
crucified.
It was great.
And then what did Alabama do to LSU?
Oregon couldn't win the SEC East.
Oh no.
Well,
I appreciate the call.
Even this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, thanks for the call. We're going to dig into some of this LSU-Alabama game.
All right. Well, we appreciate the call. We appreciate everybody that's listening tonight, and we got a couple minutes left. But
let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the national championship.
Oh man, that was ugly.
And I haven't been watching football, but for 15 years now. So, I don't have a long history, but that's the worst beating I've ever seen at a national championship in my life. I had a guy come in the store and tell me the other day, he said, LSU had trouble getting home because somebody got chalk and drew a line with a 50 on it in front of the bus and never could cross it. I mean, just what a brutal game it was. It was an exciting game in the aspect of, I was expecting Alabama to come out strong, fight strong, play strong, and finish strong, but I expected LSU really to play a little harder. I think Jefferson looked confused most of the day. I think he might have got his bell rung a little bit. He got a lot of crimson all over him.
He was terrified. He played scared.
Yeah, you could see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
You could see it in his eyes, like, oh, this is going to hurt guys. Hut, you know.
I before, change the topic for 1 second, I want to say thank you to Billy Kelly. The defensive coordinator from the Falcons going to Auburn was Brian Van Gorder. Thank you, Billy. That has been driving me crazy. But no, I mean, LSU, they everybody's going to argue Alabama shouldn't have been there, this and that. Whatever. LSU won the conference, was ranked number 1. They were there. Alabama played a better game. They had a better scheme than LSU did, and they held LSU's offense to jack.
And they were hungry.
They were. You could see it in their face.
We talked about it last Friday, or Friday before last, I said Alabama's going to win this game because they want it worse than LSU. And that was the truth of it. They wanted it worse than LSU, and they fought them for it, tooth and nail.
Yeah, and Alabama deserved to win that game.
Absolutely.
Trent Richardson went out in style, scoring the only touchdown between the 2 games that they played this year.
Yep.
He's going to the NFL. Alabama just wanted it.
Yeah.
And, the one play, we got about 30 seconds. The one play that showed that Jefferson was terrified was when he went to go pitch the ball to the running back standing in the middle of the field. He went to pitch it after the running back had already turned around and started to go block for him. And the linebacker pretty well picked it off, and that's when he ended up breaking his leg. But, Will, I appreciate you coming in. We got about 3 seconds left. I appreciate you coming in, and we appreciate everybody listening. And tune in next week, the Bartow Sports Showcase on News Talk AM 1270 WYXC.
WYXC Cartersville.
Hey, this is John Underwood. Join me every Friday evening at 6:30 p.m. for the Bartow Sports Showcase. We'll talk local high school sports from around the area, college, and even some pro sports. We will discuss region games and competitions, college-bound student athletes, and any other big news in local high school sports. We'll interview local coaches and players to give you the inside scoop on the games that are going on. We want to hear your opinions and comments. Listen every Friday evening and call in on your leader for Bartow County Sports, the Bartow Sports Showcase on News Talk AM 1270 WYXC Cartersville.
I'm Tony White, GNN Sports. The Jacksonville Jaguars have retained defensive coordinator Mel Tucker and hired Atlanta Falcons quarterback coach Bob Bratkowski as their new offensive coordinator. New head coach Mike Mularkey making the hires late yesterday, his first personnel decisions since taking over on Tuesday. Another new coach in the NFL, AP's reporting that Jeff Fisher will take over the reins of the St. Louis Rams. Fisher chose the Rams over the Miami Dolphins, who also courted him. Tampa Bay is still looking for its new head coach. Texans defensive coordinator Wade Phillips has bowed out of consideration, but the Bucs have gotten permission to talk with Carolina offensive coordinator Rod Chudzinski. Clemson coach Dabo Swinney says he had issues to hash out with ex-defensive coordinator Kevin Steele, even though the Tigers hadn't given up a record 70 points in the Orange Bowl. After a face-to-face yesterday, Steele left after 3 seasons and will get a buyout topping $1.35 million. That's sports. I'm Tony White on the Georgia News Network.